Hearing from a 45-year-old correctional officer who is still recovering. NBC4's Tony Shin has his warning about social distancing.
When you have, a lot of people in a confined space, those things tend to happen.
Carlos Garcia is a correctional officer at Chino State Prison. He's talking about COVID-19 and how quickly he says it spread through the prison, where Carlos believes he was infected back in mid-March.
It was like the worst flu I've ever had in my life. Complete body aches, a fever that wouldn't go away. It was just miserable.
Carlos says at first he wasn't too worried because he doesn't have any underlying health conditions. But he says he couldn't stop coughing, so his wife took him to Kaiser Permanente in Moreno Valley, where he was put in isolation. For more than a week, his symptoms didn't get better. They got worse.
I was on oxygen I had double pneumonia, so my lungs were completely filled with pneumonia.
Carlos says doctors gave him antibiotics and hydroxychloroquine, but it didn't help. So they tried an experimental medication called Remdesivir. Carlos was the first patient to be treated with it at Moreno Valley Kaiser.
After about the second day, it was almost like an instant change.
Although Remdesivir worked for Carlos, his doctor says it doesn't work for everyone.
We noticed that sicker patients tended not to respond as well as patients that were a little healthier, like Carlos.
Healthcare workers who treated Carlos and saw how sick he was call his recovery inspirational.
We knew that Carlos was a miracle. His discharge gave the nurses hope and encouragement in knowing that what we do makes a difference.
Carlos is hoping to get back to work soon. He says he's noticed that many people seem to be more relaxed when it comes to social distancing, something he says we need to keep doing because COVID-19 is still here.
I was one of the individuals that said, if I get it, it's not going to affect me, but I'm a living example. It did affect me, and thankfully, thank God, I'm still alive and healthy.
In Moreno Valley, Tony Shin, NBC4 News.
Wow, what a recovery.